Well, balance can be boring. No one wants to hear about a balanced diet. People want to hear about an extreme eating challenge. I ate Chipotle for 5 days straight. How do I feel? But what I've learned in life, in all things, whether your health, diets, whether your money, too much risky investments, whether anything in life, you have to learn to discipline yourself to have some balance because it structures your life to a sustainable being, a sustainable path. There's a time to be extreme, and I'm willing to go extreme. I've gone extreme in my life, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and I went extreme living in my car. And now I've balanced it by buying a home base. Does that complete life? Does that make life perfect? No. Buying a home base actually adds more responsibility. But I was in an extreme mode where I pretty much had no responsibility. And the long term path, I knew I need to add some balance. It's not fun, it's not exciting, but it's wisdom. Um, and as always, if I find that I make a mistake, I'm always willing to adapt. You know, in minimalism and the nomad life, they say everything changes, always stay flexible, and I totally agree. But if everything changes, so does living in a car, so does living in a van. That changes. And so this season now, after 5 years full time living in my car, with the goal and the purpose to relocate to Florida, to cut my monthly bills in half, and to live by the beach, has been accomplished. Now, I want to remind you for the first 2 years, I stayed in New Jersey. I slept in my car in the winter, and I did very little traveling outside of, a 60-mile radius. The number one piece of advice I have for all nomads is maintain a job, pick up a side job, and don't buy a new vehicle. Don't buy any vehicle. Do that for a few years. That's how you get ahead. Why do you need to get ahead? Because in life, stuff happens. And if you're not ahead, you're going to always be behind. Cal, I want to thank you for that gracious super chat. Sam, you're a creative, different thinking, good person. The grace of God, no one's truly good, but I try my best to do the best I can. Thanks for the content and inspiring others. Well, thank you, Cal. Thank you to all my members. Thank you to all my viewers. YouTube is a side hustle, one of the side hustles I picked up while maintaining a job. And it's been work. I mean, you guys see me show up every day, 5 years, good, bad. And I want to encourage you that anything in life you want, you got to work for. Um, even the home base, it comes with a little bit more work, a little bit more responsibility. But I'm not scared of work. I mean, so if I feel it's what's healthy and best for me, okay. And so I do feel the home base is what's healthy and best for me at this time. And long term, if that changes, I'll change. I have no problem changing. But I have no problem changing now from going extreme minimalist to adding some stability. I really cannot say that I'm uncomfortable living in my car. I can say I do like having another resource with a little bit more comfort. It has been nice at night, a little bit more stability, and I don't feel like I'm on the run all the time. I am still maintaining an active lifestyle. My daily routine, that's your life, has not really changed. I've incrementally adjusted some things, but pretty much I'm up by 5, 6 a.m. Doing the same thing I always did, Starbucks to gym, etc. And, now at night, there's just not that anxiety of where I'm going. And there's just, now I just don't focus on home base. I focus on self-care, my next steps in life. Okay, so I'll make videos about that. Some of these things will be redundant, but I'm settling in still. It's only been a couple weeks since I got the home base. I just released a video of the home base. I'll be doing videos from the home base. I'll also be doing, especially in the beginning, I'll be still doing a lot of videos from my car. Why? Because most of my day is still going to be outside of my home base. My home base is not going to be my cell. My home base is going to be an asset allocation, a long-term strategy, okay, and a place of a refuge, a sanctuary. And, I'm comfortable with that. I debated that. I really looked at that. And it's been 2 weeks. I don't feel buyer's remorse. I don't feel regret. I do feel more responsibility. I'm honest with that. But again, I'm honest with what I did was I balanced my life. Balance is boring. I know a lot of people would love me to see me stay on the road, but like I say, guys, I'm always going to do what I feel is healthy and best. Um, and it's not always easy to decide. And when you can't decide, self-care and don't buy. I've also shown you that by example. So we're going to get to some of these live comments, but I just want to share this. Okay. The nomad life, like any life, has its good and the bad. Home ownership, same thing. I will tell you that I'm not mad at the nomad life. I still think very highly of it. Would I ever be a full-time nomad again? It's possible, but a little bit more unlikely. Um, like I say, the major thing that I would caution any nomad is the nomad life is not a way to get ahead if you quit your job or you work a below average job, below your potential, and you don't pick up a side job and you buy vehicles. Now, you have a right to do what you want. Not everyone should be me, but I show up, so I have a right to say what I feel and what I do on my channel. And what I see is people, they they don't use the extreme time in their life to focus on their daily routine, focus on their financial, physical, and mental health. They do it to build out a van. See, guys, in the past 5 years, I haven't built out a vehicle. I already built a foundation in my life. I just built onto my life. And that's the problem. Most people are more excited about building out their vehicle. They're travel junkies. Traveling, guys, is actually very harsh. And that's why it's better to do when you're young. Because when you travel, you get an initial endorphin, like you're going to a new place, you're seeing a new thing. And it is good, especially in the season. But then you have to struggle harder to do your daily routine. Because when you travel to a new town, you should still be wanting to go to the gym, go for a walk, eat healthy. So when you're traveling, you're getting these highs on seeing new things, but then you crash down and then you may start to eat unhealthy. You're eating out. And that's what I mean. Like the nomad life could be good, but actually requires a lot of discipline. Traveling could be good for a season to find out where you want to live and experience new things. But if you think just traveling is exciting within itself, you've never traveled. It really makes for your daily routine to be harder. And I've tried to focus on a daily routine because that's your life. I want to feel good about where I live 90% of the year and take a trip 10% a year. I want to focus on, I don't need to see a new thing. I like what I see every day and I want to work on my daily routine. I don't want to have to struggle to find out where is the healthy food spot, where is the good gym, where is the good beach. To me, that's a waste of energy after a certain amount of travel. To me, buying a car to build out is not my dream. My dream is to build out my life, and a car or a home base is cherry on the top. This home base is balance and stability. It's a little bit more of a burden with responsibility. But like I said, guys, I was extreme with no responsibility. Now I'm not scared of it. I'm not scared to take a promotion. I'm not scared to get a home base. And I'm not scared to adapt if it's not what's healthy and best if I see as I go. So look, what's my exit strategy? And then we're going to go to all live comments because you always got to have an exit strategy. And you should have an exit strategy if you're going to be a nomad. And basically, you can listen to Bob Wells, me, or anyone else, but the exit strategy is you got to have enough money to pay for a hotel or get off the road. That's it. Or if you're mentally disabled, and I see some people on YouTube and in real life, you got to go see a social worker. I know you're not going to listen to me, but you got to go into the system because you can't help yourself. You can't acquire money and resources yourself. You have to go to a shelter with resource rooms. You got to do what they say, get your subsidized apartment, okay, and take trips. You cannot function on your own. That's truth. You don't want to hear it, but I want to tell you. So what's my exit strategy with the home base if I find out I don't like it or something goes wrong? Well, there's a couple examples. One is if I just don't like it and it's not good, I'll sell it. What if the market crashes? Well, let's say I lose 50%. I bought it for 195. Let's just round it up, say 200,000. I own the land and I own the RV. Okay, it's no lot lease. Okay, there's HOA and taxes. My monthly recurring bills are about $400 a month. So I'll sell it. Now, if the market gets cut in half and I lose 100,000, I played that scenario out. I lost 300,000 in risky investments over the course of my lifetime. So even if I lost 100,000, I was still up compared to, because I had a certain amount of money and resources allocated towards a home base. I'm not going to put that money in the market or in a risky investment because then I'm over allocated. I'm not balanced. And I'm not going to do that, because my tax returns, my statistics show that it's okay to risk a little bit of money, but I can't put more fuel on a long-term strategy that is proven to be not statistically profitable. And even if it was, this is about balance, even in more regards than financial. But I look at that. Look, I'd sell it 50% cut if worst case scenario. Right now, I could sell it, maybe get the same I paid for it, a little bit more. And what's another scenario? Another scenario is a hurricane comes, totally devastates the thing, even though it's anchored down. Let's say it blows it totally to pieces. I take the hit on the RV, tow it off the lot, and I own the land. I could put another RV there. I can get a Class B down the road, etc., etc. But I wanted to keep a regular vehicle. Why? I want to keep that other side hustle of DoorDash, and I like driving a regular vehicle every day. I don't like driving a Class B every day, all day. I don't like towing anything. And those are some highlights on why I'm not living in a car anymore. I'll be broadcasting live from a car probably for a little while and making videos mainly from my car for a little while, but I have some other things I'll be doing because I'm still adjusting and I'm just using my home base as a resource, not as a sell. Depressed Panda, $2 super chat. Thank you. The new place suits you. Congrats. Congrats to you, Panda. I pray. I know how life is. Just try to get out of depression as best you can, but one day at a time. Thank you, Panda. Truly appreciate it. And thank you, Cal. Gracious super chats. Let me take a hydration break, and then we're going to read all live comments. Thank you to everyone who has watched any of my videos. Thank you from the people that have been with me for a long period of time. Thank you for my members who get extreme value and support. Thank you for all the gracious super chats. Thank you. Thank you. You get to your dreams through your hard work, but along the way, others support you, whether they give you a job opportunity or they encourage you or they tip you, whatever. And so that's the recipe of your dreams. You got to do the work. If you avoid that, you never get there. Then you got to have the grace of God. Now, if you don't believe in God, I respect that. I don't care what religion you believe or of no religion. But for me, part of my life is I believe in faith, okay? And it's helped me because life is scary at times. And there's a point of wisdom. Wisdom will get you far, but only get you so far. I remember being on jobs praying like, God, help me. I don't know what to do. Help me to get through this. When I'm scared or when I'm really hurt, I lean on faith, but I'm not one of these hypocrites that just lean on faith and don't do what I know I need to do to improve myself. So, and it's not about religion. Like someone asked me the other day in a comment, and I understand it because I used to be in that mindset, but like, what religion are you? It almost sounds like, what are you, blood or crip? You know what I mean? It's like, guys, you want me to tell you what I am? I mean, come on. You determine someone by their character. If you see God in them. If you don't see God in them, then move on. Okay? You're not going to see God in everyone. Why? We're not in heaven. Okay? If you even believe in that. Don't even worry about that. Just do what you need to do for you. So I'm saying all that to say, you got to do the work, got to get the grace of God, and you got to get the help of others. Don't depend on the help of others. Don't feel entitled to the help of others. But when you do the work, when you have the right character, you'll figure, people will want to, show you some love, whether it's your manager, whether it's someone who watches you, whatever. It doesn't matter. Whether it's someone you deliver DoorDash to, gracious tip, someone who watches you on YouTube, don't matter. When you have the right attitude, it makes a big difference. I always tell you guys and girls, you can't go to school for a good attitude. And that's your biggest asset in life. Because if you got a bad attitude, no one wants to help you. Why? Life's hard enough. The last thing they want to deal with is you. So I know it's not easy because I know life can be painful. I know everyone's got their own shit. But especially when you're dealing with others, you got to try to be gracious. I always tell you guys on these live feeds on my videos, I'm very intense. I'm very firm on some people. And maybe even sometimes I go too far. But I always try to tell people that I'm sharing a mindset. And this isn't a social service office. This isn't a therapy session. This is my creative space. And so if, I don't want to be harsh for the sake of being harsh. But I want to be able to paint without inhibitions. And, sometimes that, rubs people the wrong way, and I understand that. But, all right, let's go to all live comments. Let me take a hydration break real quick. Oh, another gracious super chat. Oh, my God. CA 1999. Home base warming gift. I want to thank you, CA, because I already spent some money going back and forth to Home Depot a couple times and the Dollar Tree getting a couple things. Nothing major, but that's balance. Balance is, for me, a little bit more responsibility. I get a little bit more stability, but I pay for it. Everything you pay for. But I thank you for that gracious super chat, CA. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate that, man. That's very nice of you. Andre, good to see you. Doug, thank you for being a member. Good to see you. Congrats on your home base. Thank you. Doug, Purple Fires. Thank you, brother. Johnny, congratulations, Sam. Thank you. Beautiful beach access, too. Thank you. I really debated, I almost bought a home base inland in the country, and I respect the country. I respect the charm that it had and the simplicity. And I'm not saying I would never live in the country. No more than an hour away from the beach. If I was more than an hour away from the beach, I would never live in the country. But one of the strategic things I saw, I said, Sam, under 200K on the beach in South Florida, I think this is going to, even if we have a little bit of a correction in the housing market, unless we have a severe crash, I don't think that's going to be there 10 years from now. I know it's not. So if I buy a home base in the country, or if I buy a Class B, even if inflation doesn't continue to go up, it goes down, being under 200,000 at the beach in South Florida, I don't know if I could make that happen again. So it's like, that's what I mean when you got to make that strategic decision on time. How old are you? If you don't take this step, what does the other step look like, and how do you reverse that? To me, it's like, if I'm going to allocate 80,000 to a Class B, or even 50,000 to a home base inland, I can't eat that, make a mistake, and then end up back at the beach and hope it's still under 200,000. So, again, could I have made the wrong decision? Of course. I'm not prideful in life, but I strategically thought about that. So you got to give it some thought. Junkyard Dog, love the new pad. Thank you very much. Jesse, my first ever member. Thank you. Congrats, Sam. Woohoo. Super excited for you. I appreciate that. Tony, also a longtime member. Shout out to Canada. Great news, Sam. The new place looks fantastic. Thank you. This will be an exciting new time for you. It will. Look, to be honest with you, I'm always honest with you guys. Look, owning a home is more nervous and more responsibility. But I'm always honest with you. I've lived in a car for 5 years. I had no responsibility. Taking a job promotion is nervous and more responsibility, but take it. Why? Because it gets better. So does it buying a home base. I'm not going to live a job below my potential because I'm scared of more responsibility. I'm not going to live in my car forever because I'm scared of more responsibility. I'm not scared. Now, look, I'm not reckless, but I want to tell you, in life, you got to be willing to do some things strategically and within wisdom that it's painful. It's more responsibility. It makes you go up to your potential. Guys, I could have worked a basic job and just lived below my potential. You could do a lot of things in life to just try to get by. But I want to tell you, what I've seen in my experience, that hurts you long term. So what helps you long term is, once in a while, you push yourself to go up to your potential. More responsibility, more stress. Not buying Bitcoin, maybe buying a house or taking a promotion, but within your means and within wisdom. See, that's the thing I've learned. Like, some people, they don't want to work, or they'll do just enough to get by, but then they'll put money in the market. They'll allocate too much money to risk, and then they'll destroy their mental health and their being, and then they'll complain about society. You decided that. So I could have said, look, I got this money for a home base. I'm going to put it all in risky investments. But one is, my track record would show me statistically that's not wisdom. Two is, I would be over allocated, more unbalanced. Three is, I would destroy my mental health if it all went wrong. And then four is, it's just those are the reasons. That's all I could tell you. Thank you. Doug, if I miss a comment, please type it again, guys and girls. Don't take it out of disrespect. Doug, the beach access is beautiful. It's a main attraction there. And that RV is amazing. 5-year-old RV, basically brand new, lightly used by an older couple. So I'll take that. I think I can get, God willing, no major storms, 10, 15, 20 years out of it. That'll bring me close to 60 or into my 60s. Now, obviously, there's no guarantee. A storm could blow it away this year, but I own the land. So that's the hedge on my bets. Thank you, brother. Linda, congrats on the new RV purchase. Thank you. And lot. That was the main purchase. I purchased the land. I own the land. The RV was included. Oh my good God gracious. Jesse, $100. Sam, this is a well-discerned milestone. Wishing you all the best. consider this a virtual housewarming. Damn it, Jesse, thank you so much for that unbelievable, gracious super chat. And Blue True, I missed that too. $10. Congratulations on your awesome new home. Great buy. Sophie, $10. Here is a housewarming gift. Congratulations on the home base. Oh my God, Jesse. Oh my God, Charles. Oh God, you guys are too gracious. Damn it, I feel embarrassed. Charles, thank you. Jesse, thank you. Blue True, Sophie, CA, everyone in here tonight. The Panda, guys, girls. I mean, I hate to do this because now I sound like an asshole. All I can tell you is thank you, okay? That's very gracious of all of you. And you know what I put into sharing with you guys, that I want the best for you guys and girls, okay? I know I let you down sometimes. I'm not perfect. But, you know, all you can do is try to do the best you can. So, Jesse, you were my first ever member, and you've been absolutely amazing to me. I know you bought a home recently, so I wish nothing but the best. Charles, you are just an awesome guy. You're so talented. I pray that you don't let the trolls get to you. Leave your comments open. But I understand when you need to step back and take care of self-care. Self-care is the ultimate thing I preach on this channel, but I love you. And I want to tell you, don't let anyone bully you out of your best life. Because what I found in life is you shouldn't be reckless, and you shouldn't look to go head-to-head with a bully. That's not wisdom. But you should not live in fear, because that's not wisdom either. You know, you got to responsibly live who you are, because even if you do everything to try to please others and appease others, they'll eventually fuck you up. Don't matter. So, you know, I love you. And Blue True, thank you for staying with me. Thank you for that graciousness. And Sophie, you have an awesome, positive attitude. I pray that you keep going forward in life and you do what you need to do for you and let go of any guilt. CA, thank you again. Truly appreciate that. Panda and everyone, thank you. And Cal, let me not forget Cal. Cal, you've been with me for a long time too. Thank you. So what I could tell you is the main purchase is the land, and the RV's the bonus, because I really did not want to go through the trouble of getting an RV separately, then anchoring it down to the concrete, then going through all the HOA stuff. So to me, I kind of wanted as much as I can move in ready, because I got enough anxiety as it is. And I don't need, like, you know, any more. Panda, $100. Me too. Damn it, Panda. Thank you for that gracious super chat. Guys, man, and girls, I hate to gush because I know it doesn't come across well, but thank you. Thank you, Panda. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you to everyone gracious in the super chat. Look, when you buy a new home base, money's coming out of your pocket. Okay. For the past couple weeks, guys, money come out. Okay. And that's why when you buy a home base, you got to have your emergency fund. And if you're renting or if you're broke, you don't want to buy a home base, because what I can tell you is it'll break you. So in my experience, this is the second property I've bought. And what I can tell you is money comes out of your pocket. Sonia, $50 with all types of fireworks. Damn it, Sonia. You got a gracious spirit towards me. You got a loving heart. And all I can tell you, Sonia, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you. I wish I could say so much, because I know how much you guys are giving to me. And that's it's gracious. So I don't take that for granted. I hope that as I move on and I keep talking, for everyone that has super chatted me or ever supported me, I hope that you don't feel that when I move on to the next comment or the next subject, that I forget how gracious you've been to me. Because I know life. And, you know, I just appreciate you know, anyone, you know, I appreciate the gratitude. That's all I can tell you. I don't want to overdo it. D Forrest joining the support. Oh my God, D Forrest. Thank you. A lot of people ask me, D Forrest, and I debated this myself when I started really looking at home bases. Oh my God! CA, $99. You're an inspiration. Oh my God. CA. Wow, this is totally unexpected, guys. I mean, this is the last thing I expect. CA. Oh man, thank you, man. I hope everyone, man, gets that back tenfold in their life in a good way, man, not in a religious way. Because I know in my days of giving to people and in church, I know when you give, I know it makes your spirit vulnerable. I've given in the street, and then I've got to a period in my life where I don't give at all. So, that's what I kind of try to emphasize. I don't like to stay stuck on like saying thank you. But I like to make 2 points anytime you get tipped. One is don't feel entitled to it, and two is be sincerely thankful. But I want to empathize with the givers that, you know, thank you, number one. Number two is I understand when you have a given spirit, you could get taken advantage of. And you can feel abused and it can turn you off. And I understand that. I've been there. So all I can tell you is thank you. I try not to do anything out of manipulation. I try to be as honest as I can. I share as much as I can with my life. And like I say, I show up, I don't feel guilty for earning. But I know, and you definitely know after you buy a home and how much money comes out of your pocket. You know that, and I also learned this through losing money in risky investments. Making money, even when you're talented, even when you work hard, it's not, it takes effort, it takes time. And to give it up to buy something or to give to others, it's a big decision. And, I understand it and I thank you. Let me get back to these comments. Everyone who's been gracious, just know that I truly appreciate it. And I'll be saying thanks tonight to the Lord because, that's the one thing I want to communicate too is just that, again, to repeat, when you buy a home base, if you're not financially solvent, it'll ruin you. When I bought a home base when I was young, a condo when I was young, it was a blessing, but it pushed me, which was good. And it got me out of my mom's house, which was good. But, there were times where I was really behind. I had a couple tax liens on my house. I worked my way out of it. But it's a lot of pressure. And I understand the pressure of people feeling like they want to buy a house because, inflation or the rent's high. But what I could tell you is if you're not financially solvent, you're going to destroy yourself because it costs more money and it's more responsibility. It's not easier. It's harder. So, just remember that. All right, let me get back to these comments because I don't want to neglect them. Jesse, thanks again. Tony, thanks again. Doug, yeah, that beach access. Yes. Linda, thank you. Jesse, you definitely bought yourself a piece of paradise. That beach location is. Yeah, and I will say this, like, you really don't buy paradise. There's a lot of listings in Florida that buy a piece of paradise. And, I'll be honest with you, it's really not true. I mean, in one sense, you could say it's true, but all I did was balance my life. Because I put more responsibility in my life. And, I was already in paradise and I already had my daily routine. That's your life. This just added stability and some more responsibility, and some more stress and some more financial, So, but I'm okay with that. As long as you look at buying a property, even if it's at the beach like that, at least you're going into it healthy. See, it's like if you go in a relationship and you think this person's my everything, they're going to save me, you're going to destroy your life. If you buy an investment and you think, oh my God, I got to get in now, it's going to triple, double, you're going to destroy your mental health. If you buy a home base, you think this is going to be my paradise. Look, it could be a blessing, but it's also going to be what it is, a responsibility. And that's okay. Just like taking a promotion's okay. It's more responsibility, but it's a blessing too. It's an upside. Everything has that yin and that yang, that pro and that con. And this decision should not be taken lightly, and it wasn't. And all I could do is mitigate my risk as much as I can, which I feel I did. I feel a little bit at this point in my life, kind of like I did when I was in my strip club in my mid-20s. Like, man, I got to get out of these clubs and out of certain environments because I'm getting too old for that. And the more and more I stay in this environment, bad things are happening. And the nomad life is that. Like, the more and more you stay on the road, you're going to have car breakdowns. You're going to go through, dealing with the public. It's not a bad life living on the road. I'm not bad mouthing it. I'm just saying that eventually you're either going to reinvest in the road, you're going to buy new vehicles or buy another vehicle. You're going to double down on that lifestyle, or you're going to figure out where you want to spend most of your time. So everyone's different, but that's kind of my thought. Thank you, Space Daddy. I appreciate you, Space Daddy. BBA, congrats. It's, sir, been subscribed to your channel in a few years. Well, thank you. This is cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate your long-time viewership. Cal, thank you again for that gracious, two gracious tips. Amazing. Yeah. Thank you. Aaron, hey, Aaron. Aaron, and all those who just sold their house and started to live in their vehicle, what advice would I give to you? Keep doing it. It's my opinion. Everyone should do what they want. I would not feel bad if I just sold my house. You have less responsibility than me. You have more freedom than me. So, I'm honest. But, I'm at a different stage. I'm 5 years in, and this balances my life. So, I have no problem with that either. I have no problem with telling someone balance your life, but you got to discern the season you're in. If you're in the season where you just raised 2 kids, you sold your house, I think now just enjoy your freedom and save up money. Keep your main job and pick up a side job and maintain and work on your daily routine, your health, your well-being, and some exploring, some traveling. Find out where you want to live. Charlie, thank you for all your positive attitude. I truly appreciate you. Thank you. Sophie, again, positive attitude, gracious being a member, gracious tips. Hello, Sam. Glad to be here. You're a blessing. Welcome all in the chat. I'm very grateful. Very grateful. Junkyard Dog, will you be getting back to the gym now that you have a home base? I still go to the gym every day. I have since I bought the home base. I still plan to. My daily routine is my life. I really do not plan on working out in my house unless that season changes or there's some type of issue. So right now, the home base is just balance, not major change. Seth, good to see you, brother. Shout out to New Jersey. Sam, great job. Thank you for your gracious comments, and meeting you was gracious. You deserve what your hard work and sacrifice got. Yeah, you definitely got to do the work, but I definitely want to acknowledge the grace of God. Can't take full credit, but I don't feel guilty or don't take some credit, but I definitely balance it. You got to do the work, and then you got to get the grace of God. Look, I could have sold my house, lived in my car, worked hard, and got into a horrible car accident 2 weeks into living in my car. I could have broke my leg. I could have, there's so many things that could have happened, right? That even when you work hard, you can't guarantee. There's a risk. That's the thing with having no responsibility. Guys, you don't have a house, you're not renting, you're not owning. I tell you, it's good. But I also tell you, it's extreme, it's a risk. And I'm willing to take it for a season. Now, what if you say to me, Inspirational Nomad, I want to live in my van till the day I die? I don't think anything's wrong with that. As long as, if you had to, you have an exit strategy. Because, I think that's wisdom for you, not for me. So, could I ever see myself living in a van till the day I die? Yeah. If this home base don't work out, I could do something like that. Again, even if I sell and took 50% loss. And even if I kept it and eventually got rid of that RV and had a van, I could totally see myself living there too. So, there's options. Charlie, I'm extremely happy for you. Thank you. Jimmy, Sammy's home base is the biggest story on YouTube today. Well, I want to tell you this. You're a big story today. You're forgotten tomorrow. So I'm grateful for the positive feedback, and there's always going to be a little bit of negative, but I don't do it to be the biggest. I don't do it to be a big shot. I mean, like I said, the one negative thing is I really, I like to share, I like to encourage, but I really also, I'm 90% of my time, I'm by myself. The one thing I don't like about a community is really I'm to myself. I mean, I definitely did the research, and so far it looks like I got great neighbors and everything. That was a big part of why I didn't get certain other home bases. But I'm saying all that to say, I don't put hope or expectation in other people being excited for me. I'm grateful for it. But if you live your life like that, 1 minute they love you, next minute they hate you. So it's very important in life that you work on self-care to build up your self-esteem and self-confidence so that when people turn on you, and they will, you're not so negatively affected that you crumble. And that's the biggest thing I could tell you. Thank you. Linda, hey Sam, that is a nice RV. Thank you. Did you get Thank you. I appreciate you. Let's stay positive tonight. Jimmy, that private beach is awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you. Junkyard Dog, that's okay. That's a part of life. Alan, nice place. Body, happy for you finally where you want it. I'm very grateful. Look, that's key. You know, I debated again the beach and the country, and I think the beach was ultimately a big deciding factor. Cartoon Mark, thank you, brother, for all your love and support. I'll never forget you with that speeding ticket and your cartoon emojis and everything. Cartoon Mark, Sam, I'm so happy for you. Thank you. Love and respect, sticking to your plan. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. I love you. I respect you. I appreciate you. I want the best for you. I truly do. I love you. And you're a great artist. Jimmy, Sammy, you're going to have to install a MILF screen. How are you going to keep them out? Yeah, look, I mean, definitely a home base adds stability, and that could be attractive, especially to females. Some of them, not all. I can't make a general statement. But look, you know, I'll probably be single the rest of my life. I really do not plan on, you know, look, I keep all options on the table always. I don't keep 75 points off the Federal Reserve, right? You know, I take nothing off the table, ever. All my options. If I want to bring a MILF in tonight, I'll do it. But my strategic plan is not necessarily to make it a MILF farm. It's mainly to make it a place of stability, a place of refuge, an asset allocation, a balance of my life, and that's pretty much it. Marcy, thank you for sharing again, Sam. Thank you for your gracious attitude. Paul, yo, Sam, cool home base. Thank you. Seems you took. Thank you for the positive attitude. I appreciate that, Paul. Sophie, hey, Sophie, I want to tell you this. The reason you are blessed is because of your great attitude. It'll take you so far in life. Sophie, your house is beautiful. Thank you. By the way, and great location. Congrats. Thank you. I feel you are making a very good, solid decisions. I feel it was wisdom. I really debated it. And I do believe in the book of Proverbs, at least most of it, that wisdom should be a somewhat of a major guiding light. You know, I like the book of Proverbs, which is in the Old Testament, the Torah, which most of the three major religions kind of still subscribe to. And I recognize there's Hinduism, there's Buddhist, there's atheist. But the book of wisdom, while I like it, most of it, I mean, you never say everything's 100% because everything you should always, again, always leave room to say you don't like this or that. But the reason I like the book of Proverbs is because it's not really about religion. It's about general wisdom, common sense. And that book, the book of Proverbs, that really impacted my life in a positive way. And this is why faith is important. No matter what religion you want to believe, guys, or no religion is fine. But I'm saying for me, part of my development in life, not just building out a van, building out my life, was a spiritual foundation that, for me, had a practical use in everyday life to improve myself. Not to join a gang, you know, not to be part of a clique, but to improve myself, because to me, that's godliness. And I always really loved wisdom. I just didn't know wisdom by its name, and I didn't know some things to look for. And as I read the book of Proverbs, I just found a lot of practical wisdom in it. And that's been a guiding light. And, you know, a major reason for the home base and not an RV and stay on the road, I just felt it wouldn't be doing things in order. Now, again, does that mean I made the right decision? There's no guarantee. All I tried to do was use as much wisdom as possible. And I may not like it. I may say, you know what? Don't like it, didn't work out, and go back on the road. Okay. So I'm trying to be very fair in what I'm sharing with you, but this was part of my thought process. Thank you, Sophie. I truly appreciate you. Truly do. Aldo, congrats, man. I truly appreciate that. Panda, double blessing to me tonight. I pray that you get out of depression as best you can. I know life's not easy, but I thank you for your positive, encouraging love. Thank you. Amangex, would you rent a truck to move it? No, not unless I had to. Stacy, thank you for all your love, Stacy. Congratulations, Sam. Thank you. You're a smart man. Thank you. I can make dumb decisions, though, but I thank you. But I try to use wisdom. I can't wait to see the video of your home base. I will catch up on that. Well, thank you. Yes, I will definitely be making some videos from the home base. I will definitely initially still be making a lot of videos from my car, because I am gradually settling in, and I'm just using my home base as a place of stability, not a prison. There may be some nights I don't go back to it. There may be still some nights I go to campgrounds or even stealth. Uh, so I'm still evaluating, and it's going to take some time to settle in. Backslash, brother, you were awesome supporter of me throughout my journey. I believe in your creative gift, apparel design and logo design, and I just want to say thank you. CA, you double blessed me tonight. Everyone in this super chat, I hope I acknowledged everyone. I just can't say thank you enough, man. I hope that comes back to you, man, tenfold. Jimmy, triumph, never surrender, keep your dreams alive. Yeah, I would tell you this, though, just don't allocate too much money to risky investments, because sometimes in life you shouldn't double down. And like I tell you, one part of my decision-making process is I could say, you know what, I'm going to put this money in risky investments. I'm not going to buy a liability or responsibility. I'm going to buy something that may go up. But my tax returns over 20 years show me that that's not statistical wisdom. Now, I still keep a certain amount for risky investments, but I also keep a certain amount for stability. Why balance? Balance is boring, but that's the message tonight. Ralph, thanks for your wisdom and congrats. Thank you, Ralph. AR, thank you, brother. Hey, Sam, what's up? Very happy for you. Thank you. Vivo. Hey, Sammy, where are you moving to? Home base. Sonny, aka Luke. So awesome, Sam. Thank you. Sonny, proud of you. Thank you, Luke. Quaz, you deserve it. Thank you for the gracious comment. Andre, congrats on the RV. Love it. Thank you. Sonny, aka Luke. The beach vibe is dope. It's a main attraction. Great choice. Thank you. How far are you going to walk to the beach from your place? I'm right there. I'm on the beach. Sophie, again, you got an amazing attitude. You've been amazing to me. Thank you. Sonny, how much did you put down? I'll do a separate video on the financials. I mean, I told you how much the price is. I'll give a separate video on RV financing for the lot and for the RV. And then everyone will make their own. I'm not going to tell everything, all the specifics. Some things I'll keep a little private. But, basically, you can get a loan, you can pay cash, and there's different types of loans you can get. Everyone's got to figure out for themselves. I told you the sales price, everything in. I tell you taxes. I told you HOA. So that's enough. I think that's very fair to everyone. Sonny, I think it was a great decision. Thank you. Vivo, Class B, you can park at any beach. You can, but you have a depreciating asset, and you're going to get tired of moving. That's not a long-term plan. That's a short-term. And when your Class B breaks down like a regular car does, where are you going to park? And I don't enjoy driving a Class B every day, all day. I've drove a cargo van for years. And if you find out a beach you like to spend 90% of the time, why wouldn't you allocate money towards a home base at that beach rather than buy a Class B and be a homeless person at that beach? It's not wisdom. Look, I researched the Class B every way you can do it, and I'm not against it. But I'm not going to say that it's wisdom. It's not wisdom. Now, it's wisdom if you got enough money to take the loss on it and then do something else. But I'm not mad at you for doing it. But I'm also, it's not my first choice. I just proved it. Blue True, thank you again. You've been amazingly gracious to me tonight and every night. I want to thank you. Thank you, Blue True. Sonny, are you close to a nearby city or Starbucks? I'm close to the resources. I definitely made that calculation, yes. Emeka, good evening, Mr. Sam. Congratulations. Thank you, Emeka. Charles, brother, all I could tell you is I believe in you, I love you, and I pray that you never get bullied out of your best life. Jesse, you were my first ever member. I felt so scared when I did that memberships, and you were the first one to support me. You still support me, and all I could tell you is thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I believe you made the right decision as well. Sonny, I think that place looks cozy and chill. Thank you. I could see you putting out some chairs on the patio. Eventually, at some point, that's possible. But again, it's not going to be a place where I'm not active. It's a home base, but there's plenty of walking paths. There's plenty of amenities, outdoor activities. So it's not a standard house. I don't plan on being in the house. I plan on using it as for what it is. An RV lot that I own the land, and an RV that if a hurricane came, you could replace it. Trout, kudos, thank you. AR, I feel like with every major purchase or decision, there will be a time in which we will contemplate on whether it was for the best or the worst. I think this purchase was genuinely for the best. Well, thank you. Thank you, AR. I do too, and I thank you. No guarantee. But to me, again, I've been to all the beaches. I've been all around Florida. I've been all around the East Coast. I don't desire to see the desert. I don't desire to see the mountains. I don't desire to see the West Coast. No disrespect. So when you see all the areas, why buy a vehicle? And look, I'm not anti-nomad though. I still love the nomad life. But I'm just saying, part of the calculation is if I'm going to spend money for a Class B, and if I've been to all the beaches, and I know the ones I like to spend most of the time, it just doesn't. I had a hard time bringing to myself to say that's wisdom. It's just tough. Charles, I want to thank you, brother. Again, don't be bullied out of your best life. I love you. I support you, and I appreciate you. D. Forrest, thank you for the membership and the love. Congrats, you earned it. Thank you, D. Thank you. Murdoch, I love you, brother. Sam, congratulations on your new home. Thank you. Praying everything works out. Thank you. Praying God bless you in this world. Thank you. And next, grant you even better home in heaven. Well, I appreciate that. Like I say, guys, in my opinion, if you want to get to heaven, improve yourself on earth. Because if God was a coach and the players on the court were focused on religion, not self-improvement, I don't know, in my opinion, that they would get drafted to heaven. To me, in my opinion, heaven is a place for people who want to make themselves better and improve themselves, not join a gang called a religion. I've been on both sides of that coin, so I don't want to speak harshly because I understand everyone's trying their best. But my end game is not to be a certain religion or believe in God so I can get to heaven. My end game is to believe in God so that when I'm scared, I still go forward in faith, but with wisdom also. Take the promotion, scared as fuck. Okay. Sell your house, but keep a job, scared as fuck. Live in your car, don't buy anything, and suffer a little bit of pain to improve yourself in your situation. That's what God has got me through. It's like, I don't want to just like punch a clock with God. Look, and I respect everyone's different too. I believe in grace, man. And some people may fuck up like all their life and they still get to heaven. I don't know. And I hope they do. I'm not one of these people obviously some people I really like, they're really nasty. I'm like, man, I have a hard time believing they're getting there, but that's not my job. My job is to improve myself and boundary up for people that we're not on the same page. That's all. I'm not going to fuck with people I totally disagree with, but I'm not going to bother them. I'm not going to go out of my way to hurt them. That's not who I am. So that's a big part. / God bless. Thank you. Miss B, congrats. Thank you. Junkyard Dog, you kept showing up and it worked. Thank you. It's true. D, by the way, my account name was formerly, Deforestation. I remember. Yeah. But I changed it. Thank you. So it's easier to shout out. Okay. Deforest. Thank you. Now I get it. Panda, brother. Thank you again, Panda. Love to you, man. Thank you, Panda. Trout, keep up the hard work for the schoolie community. I will. And again, shout out to all my nomads. I don't want any nomad, whether you're living in a school bus, a van, or a car. I don't want you to feel abandoned. I don't want you to feel that you're making the wrong decision because I lived that life. And it's been good to me. But again, for me, the reason the nomad life was good for me is because I maintained a job, picked up a side job, and didn't buy any new vehicles. But my way is not the only way. There's other ways of life. Okay? And as long as you're trying to genuinely improve yourself, then I think it doesn't matter how you live. It really doesn't. It doesn't matter if you own property. But if you're just looking for a traveling thrill, I think you're hurting yourself, not helping yourself, because that's a temporary high. You got to work on your daily routine. And you got to do some things in your daily routine that you don't like to do. That's discipline. That's a balanced life. Balance is boring, but that's what I just did. I really didn't do anything exciting. It was really more pain than fun. It was really more discipline than impulse. It was really a tough decision. And sometimes what I believe, I could be wrong. Sometimes what are good decisions are tough. But we'll see. I'll tell you if it's wrong. Look, I try to be as honest as I can. I share as much as I can. Christina, $5 super chat. Christina, you've been amazingly gracious. Shout out to you. Shout out to Brazil. Shout out to your kids. Shout out to your journey. Christina, I love you with all my heart, and I appreciate you being a long-time viewer, Christina. I thank you so much. I wish I can just thank everyone so much. You guys have been and girls been so gracious to me tonight, and for a long time. Murdoch, man, I love you, brother. Thank you. Um, my man, you double. Thank you for your wise words. You saved me from bad thoughts. I understand life. Thank you. I lived in fear for so long until I realized it's not our job to impress anyone. That's right. Thank you very much for that comment. Self-care, though. This is what I want to tell everyone going through depression or insecurities or peer pressure. The answer is not just fuck everyone. I believe you got to have a certain trigger in your mind that says, I don't give a fuck what people think. But the main push is not to say fuck everyone. The main push is for self-care. So it's just as important not to take shit from yourself as it is from other people. So if you don't want to impress other people, that's great. I think you need some of that. But you also got to learn that when your mind wants to tell you, let's oversleep, you got to say, no, fuck that. We getting up. Okay. So that's, a big part of life. Good job. Aldo, congrats, brother. Thank you. Mars, what's up, man? Thank you for coming in tonight. I appreciate you very much. And I want to thank you. Bottom of my heart. Sonia, I want to just say thank you. Damn, man, I wish I could say so much. Sonia, love, appreciation to you, and may all good things come your way. And thank you so much. Murdoch, what a night. Blessings on top of blessings. Yeah, it's just amazing, man. I try not to eat too much time, just like pausing for all the gracious tips. But like I say, those who watch me, and I'm sure that's the bulk of people in here tonight, I deliver, I come every night. Not with hot air. I try to come with some fun, some entertainment. I think that's valuable. But also some life lessons, because I think that'll help you. Okay. And I appreciate the tips because they help me. And I hope that I earn them through showing up and through giving you something to help you. I'm not entitled to it, and I appreciate it. D Forrest, thank you again for joining the memberships. Thank you, D. And that's all I wanted to say, too, because the other part of it was people say, well, and I said to myself, if I buy a home base, does that take me out of the nomad community? Does that hurt my channel? Like I say, this is why you keep a main job and YouTube's got to be a side hustle. And this is why also you don't do things for other people's expectations. And a part of me wanted to stay a full-time nomad, but I just couldn't see enough wisdom in it right now. That may change. But you can't make decisions based on audience because your channel will never be good. Your life will never be good. And that's not why I started my channel. It's not why I do things in my life. And that's why I tell you keep a main job, because without that, you're too dependent on others. It's true. CA, thank you so much, CA. Just amazing. Thank you for that gracious tip. Bergs, what's up, man? Yeah, no, I made an error here. Good point. He said, did you say the property tax was $1,500 a month? That's high. I made an error. I was nervous. It's $1,500 a year, not a month. And that will go down to $1,000 per year after I homestead it. In Florida, you can homestead property taxes if it's your primary residence, and that'll knock that down about 30-40%, and it'll keep it from going up at a certain percentage. So that's $1,500 per year, not per month. Good comment. D, fire, thank you. You double. You making more than dancers tonight. Well, if you know any stripper that broadcasts live every day and reads every comment and gives you a regular video every day and seriously engages with your life, you let me know. And I've been to a strip club. I don't think you're going to find that. So, Miss B, you guys are so sweet tonight. It's amazing. Very thankful. Ty, hi from Arizona. Shout out to Arizona. Wow, congrats on your new place. I'm very grateful. Thank you. Charles, your purchase looks great. Close to the beach. I'm excited for you. Yep. Now, to be fair, you'll be nervous for me when hurricane season comes. But I calculated that. Again, the main attraction is I own the land. And every hurricane season I get by without a major hurricane, that's a win. Now, I lived in New Jersey. I had Hurricane Sandy, and I know a guy who lost his house in New Jersey. So, that's part of home ownership. Take the good to bed. Vivo, a lot of love, people. I appreciate that. I'm very thankful for the love. Coffee Black, you've been very gracious to me too. Thank you for your congratulations and your love. Thank you. Panda again says, California or Florida? Well, respect to both. For me, it's Florida. Why? I like a tropical environment, not a Mediterranean environment. What does that mean? I like 90 degrees Fahrenheit, palm trees, hot, sweaty, humidity. I don't like 75 degrees, mild, uh, Katy Perry. Uh, I don't like mild sauce. I like hot sauce. I don't like Katy Perry. I like Living a Vida Loca. I like Caribbean. I like the Latin vibe. That's the vibe I like. No disrespect to California, but I'm just saying there's a different vibe. I don't like mountains. I like it flat. The beaches are better in Florida. No state income tax. Finances in many regards are better. There's great jobs in California. So everything you take the good, the bad. But I don't think you're going to find any property in California under 200K by the beach, even an RV lot. So, that's another thing. So, Cal, I hope I'm not late on this. I can't believe I'm. Thank you so much, Cal. Just checked out the home base video. Yeah, I read this already, though. Move like paradise. Great interior. So happy for you. Earned. What a home base. Truly paradise. Cal, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm just very grateful, man. Thank you, Cal, for all your support. Trudy, congratulations, Sam, from Canada. I got some Canadian neighbors. Shout out to you. The Wilder Bunch. Hey, wow, made it to another live. Thank you. Show, and it seems like a cool one. Thank you. Congrats on the home base. We live in Florida and love it here. Love and respect. Thank you. Keith, my man. Hard work and God's grace. That's right. I've been following you for a minute, and I'm genuinely happy for you. I can feel it, and I appreciate it. Better call the conservative account. Oh, he's going to love this one. Because he said to me last year, he goes, Sam, he goes, what can we write off here? Can we write off home office deduction? Can we write off depreciation? He goes, what are you going to do? You're going to owe money. I said, what can I do? I said, I'm going to have to pay him. So he's going to be happy with me today. Keith, just take your time, brother, because remember, 5 years without a home base. So I know you got to Florida within the past year. I know you're in your 60s. So I know you got a little more urgency. Nice and easy. You may actually be better off than me if there is a correction in the market. But remember, here's when you buy a home base. Not based on the market. Based on when it's in an area you want to live, below your means, period. Good job. Tom, proud of you, Sam. Thank you, Tom Hop. Tom Hop from Shownuff. Hey, Shownuff, I remember you. You taught me a lot. Thank you for coming back. You taught me a lot about the skirting in the RVs. I remember that comment. And a lot of things in my first videos about a home base. Never forget that. And I want to thank you, Shownuff. Thank you for coming back. Tony, now you can give home base advice. It's true. I'll gradually start to make some videos about that. Why? Experience. I already owned a home, but this is a little bit different, and it'll be a refresh. I'll still do some, I'm still going to travel at least once a year to see my mom every year. And I'm still going to do some camping possibly. So, and I'm still going to probably do a lot of videos from my car, at least initially. So we'll see how it plays out. Other side, hey, incredibly happy for you. Thank you, other side. Trucker, what's up, man? I pretty much live on my truck. Shout out to all truck drivers. I get that. And occasionally in hotels, and I love it. I get that. I love the nomad life. I can understand a trucker's loving a life. Now, do you have a home? Or do you say you pretty much live in your truck? Do you live in your truck and did you sell your house? That's what I would ask you. Big difference. Okay. Speed Racer. Thank you and congrats. Thank you, man. Left Tread. Nice. Thank you. Other side. Finally, good news in the world. I want to thank you. And just remember, take everything with a grain of salt. Today it could be good, tomorrow be bad. I try to keep a very, as much as I can, even tempered mindset towards life. I get passionate. You need to get passionate. I get extreme. You need to get extreme. This is a balance, but I'm not delusional. I don't think it's all good and no bad, but but if we win a championship and a reporter asks me, all right, well, what about next season? We're going to celebrate tonight, but we're going to get back to work tomorrow. That's the answer. Good job. Perception. Yeehaw. Congrats and welcome to your next chapter. Thank you. Boston, thank you. Just saying hello. Thank you. Everything is all right over here. Looks like you're doing great. I'm proud of you. One day at a time. If you buy a home base, one day at a time. If you don't buy a home base, one day at a time. Same answer. Good job. Adam, $5 super chat. And Jack Burris. Just want to congratulate you, my friend. I'm so happy when you're at this day. Actually got a little emotional for you, bro. Adam, thank you. You got a awesome spirit. I know you go through a lot in your personal life, and I want to thank you for staying with me. You've shown amazing character, amazing grace. Thank you. I pray you get it back to you in a good, positive, healthy way. And I felt a few people get emotional for me, and I want to thank you. It means something to me. Jack, you've been amazingly supportive too, man. So happy for you, brother. I believe you made a great investment for yourself as well. Congrats, man. Thank you. Thank you, Jack, for staying with me. I asked myself during the process, will my five, will myself 5 years from now, 10 years ago, 10 years from now appreciate this purchase? So what I did was I reversed engineered it. 5, 10 years ago, when I looked at home bases in Florida, that same lot would have been under 100,000. And this was right after the great housing crash. So in 10 years from now, I don't believe there will be property by the beach under 200,000, not in South Florida. Now, could I be wrong? Yes. And if I'm totally wrong, and if I lose 50 or 100% of that property, I've still lost more money in risky investments than I did in real estate. And that's why I said that's what kind of brought me to the conclusion. It's not wisdom to take this money that I've allocated for a home base and put it in risky investments. Keeping it in savings is fine, but why am I keeping it in savings? And so then you have a decision to make. How much do you want in savings? How much do you want to have in debt? How much do you want to have in investments? You got to balance. And that's the decision you got to make. Back to live comments. Oh my God, Hopeful in California, AK Vicky, been with me a long time. Congrats, Sam. Thank you so much, Vicky. Congratulations on your journey, and thank you so much for everything. And Doug has been an amazingly positive member for 6 months, half a year. And you were a member on my other memberships, brother, so I want to thank you so much. Oh my God, Carol, I missed you. Forgive me. $9.99, Carol Henry, you and your doggy, thank you. Some people say, Sammy, get a home base and get another dog. I can never do that again. The experience with my other dog, it just took too much out of me. But Carol, thank you. I hope you're still in here and you hear this. And forgive me for looking over that. Thank you, Carol. Carol also said, Pete and Jay, love your channel and your message. Thank you, Carol. Shout out to you, Pete, and everyone there. Thank you. Oh, man, let me get back to these live comments. I'm so late on everyone. I believe I left off at Boston. Thank you. Bergs, are you going to buy hurricane insurance for the RV? Well, if you have insurance for the RV, that'll cover that. Mm-hmm. Bergs, going, yep. Boston, you're approving, and that will cost about $50 per month on that RV. You're approving staying consistent works. Yep. My life is getting better every day. That's what it's about, improving your life. Good job, Boston. I believe heaven is on earth. Wow, I don't know about that, but I believe try to make it as best you can. It's whatever you make it. I agree with that. I respect your opinion a lot, no man. Well, thank you. Respect you as well. Jimmy, Sammy, now that you have a home base, you could add a third video each day comment call like Rusty. Just a thought. It's possible, maybe down the road. Certainly don't want to do things to copy people. But certainly, look, you get from other people. You take bits and pieces. You add your own twist. So, I mean, I try to read every comment. I do a video and a live feed every day, and I read every comment. And I try to reply. I tried to reply to everyone, say as much as I could in the comment section. So I don't believe Rusty does that. He applies occasionally, and then he just reads the comments, and he chooses those. So I think I'm even more engaged at this point than that. So, but that may be a added thing I do, because I do think he did a good job with that. And I do think he's been an inspiration to me. And for all the people that are still living in their car, they feel like let down a little bit because I'm not. I started watching Rusty. He wasn't living in his car. He had a home base and he was camping out of his Prius, and he inspired me. One of the people. I still made my decision for myself. But when I just about got on the road, he was getting ready to sell it. He was getting ready to buy an RV, a new RV, and stop Prius camping. And that was kind of a letdown to me. But I don't blame him. I'm just saying that's how I felt. So I empathize with people who feel let down because they're just starting their journey and I'm in a different season. You just got to remember, you got to do what you got to do for you. / legendary moment for sure. It's a big day. 5 years. It's like, ups and downs. Thank you, man. Thank you, / Christina. Hey, Sam, I'll watch from the beginning later. Thank you, Christina, for everything. Sophie. Yes, Nomad, you choose wisdom. I'm positive because I realized one day after experiencing much negativity in my life, I know you've been through the wars. I could feel it in your soul. You have chosen wisdom, Nomad. Good job. You choose wisely. I try the best I can. Thank you. Noel, bro, I came here late today. Thank you. Congrats. We'll still come on YouTube. I still plan to do YouTube every day. When will I stop doing something? At any time where I feel it's toxic or hurtful and unhealthy. I won't stop doing something because it's stress or it's responsibility. That's why I tell you take the promotion if right by the home base. Live up to your potential. YouTube sometimes is stress. But if it was unhealthy, like severely, then yeah, I would step back or I would stop doing it. Anything. But I mean, some people tell me that's why they stop working. And the only thing I say to that is if you don't have any job, that's how you get more depressed, more broke than ever. You're actually not going to improve your life. So just be careful. Uh, Carol, oh no, Malcolm. Congrats, brother. Thank you. Keep living your best life. My Jedi brother. Thank you very much, Malcolm. God bless. Thank you. And Carol, thank you again for that gracious tip. Shout out to you and Pete. Truly appreciate that. Charles, man, you're my guy. I enjoy listening to you. I love watching your videos. I need to deal with the public all the time like you. Love and respect. You're going to do it. You're a survivor. You're a fighter. You're strong. You're wise. You're sensitive, which is good. I'm sensitive too. You're just figuring it out as you go. You'll get stronger. You'll get better. And if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. Because, just keep a main job or, and work on self-care. Murdoch, God willing, you will get by during hurricane season. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah. During hurricane season, will I pray? Yeah. I mean, I pray every day, but I try to live my prayer. But certainly, look, when things are more volatile, you pray. Elon Musk said he's not religious. And one of his big accomplishments was not sending a rocket into the moon, because they already did that. Not sending a rocket into space, but landing a rocket on Earth. And that's what I basically did. I landed a rocket. The first 3 times, Elon failed landing a rocket on Earth. And on the 4th time, he said he did all the wisdom, he did all the science, all the engineering. And he said he actually prayed to God that the rocket would land properly. And he said he's not religious. He still believes in using all the data, which I do. But he did pray, and you can look up the interviews, and that's true. Doug, thank you again. Vicky, thank you again. Sophie, Nomad, your talks are giving me the courage about steps I need to take to improve my life. That's what it's about. I think if you're doing it and taking chances, I can too. Definitely, look, this is risk. It's a calculated risk. It could fail. But, it could also fail if you're over allocated. If I get in a car accident, if I get priced out of the market, if I put that money in risky investments, if inflation or whatever. There's no answer that I came to that there's no chance of failure. I didn't rush. And like I say, I'm not guaranteeing I made the right decision. And if I don't like it, I'll change my mind. But we're going to take it nice and easy for a little while. Announcer, hey, congrats. Thank you on your purchase. Thank you. I may have missed it. How the loans on RV works. I'll do a separate video on that. A RV loan and a lot loan are different, but similar. And I'll do a separate video this week on that. Adam, just want to congrat my friend. Thank you again, Adam. I know I read this already, but I know you've been an amazing supporter. So just thank you for everything. First talk. Blessings from the hills of Florida. You and Jesse. Happy for mom will love it. Yeah, well, mom is very proud. And like, a good mom is, all moms are, or not all, but I'm very grateful for my mom. Very grateful. Oh, Aaron, I'm late on this. Aaron, $4.99. Congrats, Sam. So excited for you. Aaron, I'm excited for you. Like I say, I almost envy a little bit of your season of life, but I don't envy it in a harsh way or evil way. I just happy for you, as I know you're happy for me. And like I tell you, for my nomads out there, just enjoy it. Be responsible. Maintain a job, pick up a side job, and enjoy your life. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mimi. Aaron, I love you. Frankie, the Bronx. Congrats, man. Thank you. Keisha, congrats, Sam. Keep inspiring me every day. Thank you very much. Forgive me if I said the name wrong. Thank you, Keisha. Aaron, I don't feel let down. Thank you for everything. I feel relieved for you. Thank you. You did all the right things for you. I tried, and I'll tell you guys, right or wrong, thank you. Jimmy, you're doing has inspired many. Well, I hope so in a positive, healthy way as best I could. Now, I'm fair. I know I let some people down. Sometimes I'm too rough, but it's not easy. Being a YouTuber, showing up every day, and being intense and passionate. But I acknowledge that sometimes I'm wrong. It's not easy. Miss B, Florida here. Did you move somewhere north of? No, I'm in Florida. Thank you, guys and girls. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Thank you. Very gracious to me tonight. Everyone, I just thank you.